Hey y'all, welcome to Saturday Night Cenobites. I am Sareth Ney and I am flying solo tonight. My guest had technical issues, so that's why he won't be able to join us tonight. But that's alright because I have backup plan, which is talking about my short films, because I didn't want to get another guest because it would just be very stressful for the both of us. So with that being said, I will be sharing some on-set stories of the time that I made my second short film, the not so exciting conclusion to the Narcoleptics, and that one was a lot of fun. Um, I pretty much took everything that was on the cutting room floor from the Narcoleptics and pieced it all together to make another one. And I didn't submit it to another film festival or anything like that. But I thought, well, I didn't want to leave those on the cutting room floor, so I'll piece it together like Frankenstein. So, um, so after the lady at the Narcoleptic screening, for the competition, the film festival, she asked for a sequel. So this was the sequel, the 1.5, if you will, to the Insomniacs. So it's kind of like a a trilogy, if you will. Um, so yeah, that came out. The not so exciting conclusion to the Narcoleptics came out in 2008. Um, and so let's see here. So in the end, it said to be continued, I believe, and to drink more Red Bull. Um, and so I think that was the end of that one, and it was a pretty cheesy thing that we did at the end, but we needed to do that. Well, just it was since it was all improvised, we just did it. Um, let's see here. The first part of the movie, I paid homage to Hellbound Hellraiser 2 because I wanted to. It took a while for me to edit everything together and find the missing pieces of the movie, and so I wanted to catch everyone up to speed with a quick montage of just everything that happened, and so that was a lot of fun. I think I chopped it up together like a couple years ago. Um, so it was way after the release. But let's see here. Uh, there's this exterior portion of the church that was in the movie, and they were handing out the Bible, and it was the a different location from the church that was filmed in the Narcoleptics. This one was like in the Grove area, and the first scene in the hospital scene in the first movie, the Narcoleptics that was in the hospital, Parkview Hospital. So um, it was I don't know, wanted to trick the mind, if you will. Two different churches, but definitely different time of day because the one inside Parkview was like early in the morning, like 4 in the morning, so we knew that we had access to it. It's open 24 hours for anyone to pray in. Um, and this one was like when we shot this scene, I think it was early in the morning or maybe in the afternoon. I'd like to say morning, uh, or maybe afternoon. Definitely afternoon, I think. It's been forever, 12 years. Um, let's see here. Um, so in the movie, we you can see Erica's shadow when she kneels down. It's right, and she's the one that was driving the car that ran over the one that passed out with their head. They got decapitated, and there's fake blood, and you can tell it was fake blood because there should have been more blood than that, but we had like a really small tube of blood, and we didn't know any of that movie magic where you can just use like high fructose corn syrup and with like a red food dye. So we just had one of those really small tubes, and we could have used more blood. More blood's awesome, or fake blood, anyways. Let's see here. Uh, when my friend Erica approached the sugar daddy in the movie, I did the voiceover, because we were waiting for John Mark, the priest, to arrive, and so we weren't sure where he was at, but we had to make up the scene as we went along. And I remember walking up this like slanted hill where the levee was, and we crossed um, the railroad tracks, and we crossed like this little stream of sorts, and he, it was a quite an adventure. It reminded me of like Stand By Me. It was one of those feelings of like just walking on train tracks and taking forever to walk places and stuff. I remember with the money that we had for the whole shoot, which was $25, and like $5 went to the J&B whiskey, and another five went to the Spikes Energy drink, and we mixed it together. Um, I think 15 went to gas. I think that's what I remembered. But we had Erica drink it, and she didn't like the taste of it at all. And then when John Mark finally arrived, I had to tell him to tell her what the ingredients were as he was mixing it. And so that was pretty much it. But other than that, I remembered writing an article of like the detailing like everything that happened in my CSU Pueblo Today newspaper. I think it's still live. If you look it up, just I think it's called Memoirs of a Movie Maker or something like that. Check out all my old articles, and you'll see step by step what happened. I'll probably, if I find the article, I'll put it in the description box below. But speaking of this description box below, what I'm doing every week is on Saturday night Cenobites is raising funds for the Sunway Cinema in Jacksonville, and I'm also raising funds for the Corazon Cinema and Cafe in St. Augustine, Florida, during this time. So I put the movie, the not so exciting conclusion to the Narcoleptics, below in the description box. So click on it if you want and watch it. It's super cheesy like all of my other movies. I didn't mean to be Ed Wood or anything like that, but when you just have $25 in 24 hours to make a movie and make it in 12 hours instead, these are what you get. So, and 3 hours of sleep. So don't expect an Oscar-winning performance or anything like that. Just expect an award for best film to watch while stoned. I'm Sareth Ney, and this has been Saturday Night Cenobites, and I'll make sure to put the article in this thing for you. And thanks for joining me this week, and I will see you next week with another special guest. Who can it be? You'll have to tune in, but I have a feeling it's from St. Augustine, Florida. So definitely check it out, and we will see you next week.